Audio Live. This week alive with game number 7 of the 2021 NFL season. It is featuring the Detroit Lions going up against the Carolina Panthers from Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. So let us go. See you all after the game.
We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The ball on the team, we're set for football. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is. And that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Bridgewater on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there. They forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
To do it for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the work is near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Romeo Okwara just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll go with no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The try was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They would have moved the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing a snap. They'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they're forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Carter?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing again at Stafford. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Stafford on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers 17. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Not many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met at the line, and he goes down right there. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they're trying to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Stafford. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As she said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Throwing is Bridgewater. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Danny Shelton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. They didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on a counter. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles of the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, and it's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We can get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
28 yards the game there on the catch and run.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in the play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That throw goes over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a misthrow, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford, and he finds Danny Amendola. And past the 40, before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section. A heck of a lot better. They're trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
3rd and 2, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to in half number 1. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
.30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Bridgewater. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go in half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And bring it out to the 25 is Agnew. Elects for the touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert 3rd inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Delayed get there out of the gun. Defense was right.
Dan, I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play. That was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On third down, here comes Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And a play keep away from the returner as this will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of the offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Bridgewater. This one complete to Kyle Samuel. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Given 14 on that one and a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays, and we had plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. But I think the ball's out, and the Lions have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Lions offense set to take over. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that can be the difference.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 44, Stafford, a slant to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. There's Stafford. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patches, I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough as they come up on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be caught. A one-handed grab there, and he's got it for the touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there at 22.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Here, left side, Thomas. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick up there, 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball. But how about that big massive humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there. I love the guy. Always a fan of the guy. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That tied 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, a touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. All level now at 10 apiece as the kicks away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Lions now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you kind of like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, when they're faking people out, the back stepping out there, catching the football, they're all going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have the 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what he was being shot by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Now Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
The chess match here late. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a little team moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. They kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. After both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for the out route, he's got more. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first incompletion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down." They love being physical.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And he'll get inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get out to the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
And that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This should at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stay claim to a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we have the sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After the made field goal, here's Slide and kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot, now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and have someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
First throw in overtime for Stanford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away. Down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against the 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Amendola with a catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They want to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Stafford on first down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing again at Stafford. And this one taken in by Cephas. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Stafford looks to throw again. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards on the game there. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Then he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Alright, there you have it. The Lions are winners of the Panthers, 16-13. And the stream, and I'll be back tomorrow for my live stream. So please like and subscribe. And see you tomorrow. Have a great day.